The lander Odyssey, a vessel forged in human ambition and technological prowess, descended with controlled fury. It was a delicate dance between gravity and thrust, a symphony of engineering playing out against the backdrop of the cosmos. Every system hummed with purpose, every circuit pulsed with anticipation. Commander Eva Rostova, a veteran of countless simulations and a pioneer in her own right, was steady at the helm. Her gaze was fixed on the lunar surface. Her hands danced across the controls with practiced ease. Years of training had prepared her for this moment, the culmination of a lifetime dedicated to the pursuit of space exploration. Every vibration, every subtle shift in the lander's orientation was a language she understood. It was a conversation between woman and machine, a testament to the symbiotic relationship between humanity and technology. The instruments glowed with vital data, painting a picture of their descent in real time. The sea of tranquility below, once a symbol of hope and exploration, was now a chaotic canvas, not tranquil at all. Craters scarred the surface, a testament to the moon's violent past. Shadows stretched long and ominous, obscuring the details of the landscape. It was a stark reminder of the challenges that lay ahead. The descent engines kicked up a ghostly plume of dust, a swirling vortex of lunar regolith that danced in the vacuum of space. It was a visual spectacle, a fleeting moment of beauty amidst the harsh reality of the lunar environment. The plume obscured their landing site momentarily, adding a layer of suspense to the final moments of the descent. The landing struts compressed with a jolt. Touchdown. The Odyssey had arrived. The silence that followed was deafening, broken only by the hum of the lander's systems. They had made it. They were on the moon. Eva exhaled, a wave of relief washing over her. Her voice, though calm, carried the weight of the moment. Touchdown confirmed. The words echoed through the comm system, reaching the ears of those who had placed their faith in her and her crew. John Lee, her co-pilot and trusted confidant, ran the checklist with meticulous precision. His fingers flew across the control panel, verifying each system with unwavering focus. He was the rock, the steady hand that ensured every detail was accounted for. Systems green, life support stable, all nominal. The words were a mantra, a reassurance that everything was proceeding as planned. But beneath the surface of routine, a current of anticipation thrummed. But this was no ordinary mission. This was not just another trip to the moon. This was the beginning of something far greater, something that would change the course of human history. They weren't here for flags or rocks. They had a different purpose, a more profound objective than simply planting a symbol of national pride or collecting geological samples. They were here to claim the moon, not for any single nation, but for all of humanity, to forge a new beginning, a fresh start free from the constraints and conflicts that plagued Earth. 4 souls, handpicked for their skills, their dedication, and their unwavering belief in a better future, were the vanguard of a revolution planned in secret for years. A revolution that would challenge the very foundations of global power. They were about to commit the grandest act of treason in human history, a betrayal of nations and ideologies, all in the name of a higher ideal, the liberation of humanity. Eva floated effortlessly to the hatch, her movements graceful despite the bulky spacesuit. The anticipation was palpable, a mixture of excitement and trepidation. Gazing at Earth through the small porthole, she saw a beautiful, distant cage, a world teeming with life, but also burdened by its own history of conflict and division. It was a world they were leaving behind, but not forgetting. The plan was audacious, almost unbelievable. Declare independence from Earth, severing ties with the nations that had sent them there. Build a society founded on the principles of science, reason, and shared ownership. A utopia where knowledge was valued above all else and resources were distributed equitably. No borders to divide them, no presidents to rule them, no flags to represent anything other than the collective spirit of Artemis. Just humanity, united in purpose, starting over on a new world, free from the mistakes of the past. A chance to build something truly extraordinary. With a hiss that echoed in the sterile environment of the lander, the hatch swung open, revealing the stark beauty of the lunar landscape. Eva stepped onto the platform, her boots crunching on the fine, powdery moon dust, the first human footprint in this new era. It was a symbolic act, a declaration of intent. She faced the camera, knowing that her words would be broadcast to allies in orbit, to supporters on Earth, and to the world at large, a world holding its breath in anticipation. She raised her hand, palm open in a gesture of peace and invitation, a symbol of the open society they hoped to create. "We are here," she announced, her voice clear and strong. not as representatives of any nation, not as pawns in a geopolitical game, but as citizens of the moon, as pioneers of a new world. Today we declare the establishment of Artemis, a sovereign and independent home for all who seek freedom among the stars, a beacon of hope for a future where humanity can thrive without the constraints of the past. The message, carried on radio waves and laser beams, echoed across the void, reaching every corner of the globe, igniting imaginations and sparking debate. The world was watching, captivated by the audacity of their declaration, unsure whether to condemn them as traitors or hail them as heroes. The revolution had begun, not with violence or bloodshed, but with a simple declaration of independence, a bold assertion of humanity's right to self-determination. The moon was no longer just a destination, a place to visit and explore. It was home, a blank canvas upon which they would paint a new future for humanity. The first step was taken, a small step for a woman, but a giant leap for humankind, and there was no turning back. The die was cast. Artemis was born, a symbol of hope, a testament to the enduring spirit of human innovation and the unwavering pursuit of a better tomorrow. Inside the cramped base, the four pioneers began their true work. Eva Rostova, the unshakable leader, saw every problem as an engineering challenge. Jian Li, chief engineer, kept the machines and the crew alive. Dr. Eris Thorne, the dreamer and botanist, saw the moon as a blank canvas for life. He brought a seed bank, determined to turn dust into food. Lena Petrova, the youngest, was their digital shield, hacker, communicator, and architect of their independence. Each brought a unique strength: leadership, engineering, vision, and connectivity. Together, they formed the nucleus of a new humanity. Their mission was survival, but their purpose was revolution. The moon was their canvas, the future, theirs to build. Life on the moon was a battle against physics. Air was precious, a single leak meant instant death. The hum of life support was their lifeline. Food was rationed paste, water endlessly recycled. Waste was not an option. Eris coaxed green shoots from lunar soil. A tiny sprout, a monumental victory. Gravity's novelty faded. Daily exercise was a necessity to keep bodies strong. The lunar surface was a minefield. Micrometeoroids, wild temperature swings, relentless radiation. Every trip outside was a calculated risk. Survival demanded constant vigilance. The moon was beautiful, but it was not forgiving. Every day was a test, and every day they endured. From Artemis, Earth was a distant memory and a looming threat. Their declaration was a gamble, independence, or annihilation. They broadcast their manifesto, hoping to inspire, not antagonize. But Earth's leaders saw theft, not evolution. The UN denounced them as rebels. Corporations demanded their assets back. The mission was now the greatest heist in history. For Earth, order had to be maintained. The line was drawn. The standoff had begun. Earth's response was swift, a broadcast ultimatum. Surrender Artemis, power down, await recovery, refuse, and be cut off forever. The threat? No more supplies, no future. The colony's survival depended on shipments already en route. Without them, they had months, at best. Doubt fractured the crew. John argued for compliance, survival over ideals. Ava refused to yield. Surrender would betray everything they stood for. Aris spoke of hope, not numbers. Lena, caught in the middle, offered to send a final encrypted message. The choice was stark: defiance or surrender. The dream hung by a thread. The world waited for their answer. The fate of Artemis was in their hands. The colonists, stranded and facing impossible odds, chose defiance. It was a silent vow, a refusal to surrender to the cold vacuum and the crushing despair that threatened to engulf them. They would not be victims. They would be pioneers. Survival, in this desolate landscape, became innovation. Every problem demanded a solution. Every setback fueled their ingenuity. They had to adapt, to create, to become more than they ever thought possible. Jian and Lena, with their combined expertise, overhauled the failing power systems, pushing the limits of salvage technology. They worked tirelessly, their faces illuminated by the flickering lights, knowing that the colony's fate rested on their shoulders. Conserving every watt became a mantra, a constant reminder of their precarious situation. Every light dimmed, every system scaled back, was a testament to their determination to endure. The habitat grew colder, the air thinner, a constant, chilling reminder of their isolation and the fragility of their existence. The cold seeped into their bones, but it couldn't freeze their spirits. Every resource was stretched to its breaking point, rationed with meticulous care. Each drop of water, each calorie of food, was a precious commodity, a symbol of their collective will to survive. Eris's biodome, a fragile bubble of green against the grey lunar landscape, became their lifeline, a source of hope and sustenance in a world of rock and dust. Algae tanks, bubbling with life, tirelessly recycling air and providing essential nutrients, were a testament to the power of bioengineering and the resilience of nature. And water, the most precious resource of all, was meticulously recycled, purified, and conserved. Every drop was a victory against the unforgiving environment. Food was a bland, unappetizing protein paste, a far cry from the meals they once knew. But it kept them alive, fueling their bodies and their spirits, reminding them that even in the face of adversity, life could endure. They ventured into the dark, unexplored depths of lava tubes, natural shelters offering protection from radiation and extreme temperatures, a potential refuge in a hostile world. The vast, empty spaces held the potential for expansion, for a future where they could build a true home on the moon. Rovers, like tireless scouts, mapped the intricate network of tunnels, charting a course for their future. Searching for ice, the frozen promise of salvation, the key to water, the lifeblood of their colony, to breathable air, and the fuel that could one day carry them home, or further into the stars. They scavenged the lander, stripping it bare, repurposing every component for their survival. They built with lunar bricks, fashioned from the very dust of the moon, transforming the barren landscape into a foundation for their future. And they made do with less, learning to appreciate the value of every single item, every tool, every resource. Every small victory, a testament to their ingenuity and perseverance. A sprout pushing through the lunar soil, a symbol of life against all odds. A stable oxygen level, a breath of fresh air in their confined world, a sign that their systems were working. A hint of ice, a glimmer of hope in the desolate landscape, a promise of a brighter future. Was monumental, a reason to celebrate, a reminder that they were not just surviving but thriving. They built a future from scraps, piecing together a life from the remnants of a broken mission. Their resilience, their unwavering determination to survive, was their rebellion against the fate that had been thrust upon them. The moon was unforgiving, a harsh and desolate mistress, offering no comfort and demanding everything. But so were they, forged in the crucible of adversity, unyielding in their pursuit of survival. News of their defiance spread. Lena leaked their story to the world. The four became symbols, faces of hope, not terrorists. Public opinion shifted. Protests erupted on Earth. The moon revolution inspired millions. Governments faced pressure. Corporations faced boycotts. The recovery mission became politically toxic. The colonists, armed with science and conviction, were winning hearts and minds. The standoff reached a tipping point. The world watched, breath held. The power of an idea was undeniable. The moon was no longer just a rock. It was a beacon. A decision loomed. The standoff broke, not with violence, but with cooperation. A new coalition defied the blockade, sending aid and people to Artemis. The revolution became a global collaboration. The first ship brought supplies, technology, and volunteers. The population swelled. The dream survived. Lava tubes became a thriving underground town. Fusion power lit the caverns. Hydroponic farms fed the colony. From the moon, Earth was a fragile blue dot. Borders invisible, humanity united. Their struggle forced a new perspective. The greatest discovery was not scientific, but human. The moon changed how Earth saw itself. The future was shared. The moon revolution, a daring endeavor etched in the annals of human history, was just the beginning. A mere prelude to the profound transformations that would reshape our civilization and redefine our place in the cosmos. It was the spark that ignited a new era of exploration and innovation. Artemis became a city of innovation, a beacon of ingenuity and progress, solving problems for both moon and Earth, pioneering solutions to challenges that had long plagued humanity. It was a testament to our boundless potential. Fusion energy, a clean and sustainable power source, closed-loop life support, ensuring the well-being of lunar inhabitants, and new materials, forged in the crucible of lunar industry, transformed both worlds, ushering in an age of unprecedented prosperity and collaboration. The Earth benefited immensely from the moon's advancements. The conflict evolved into partnership, a testament to the power of diplomacy and understanding. Trade, fostering economic interdependence, knowledge, shared freely across the void, and people flowed both ways, creating a vibrant tapestry of cultures and ideas. The revolution succeeded, not through force, but by showing a better path, a brighter future for all. On the moon, expertise mattered. Skill and dedication were paramount, more than nationality, transcending the old divisions that had plagued Earth for so long. A new identity, Luna, emerged, a symbol of unity and progress, inspiring unity on Earth, reminding us of our shared humanity. The moon became a mirror, reflecting our best selves, reflecting hope and possibility, a beacon of what we could achieve together. The leap was psychological, a shift in perspective as much as physical, a transformation of our minds and spirits. 4 pioneers, a handful of visionaries, sparked a fire, a flame of innovation and determination that changed 2 worlds, forever altering the course of human history. Their stand proved, their unwavering commitment demonstrated, a small group could change everything, that even the most audacious dreams could be realized. It was one giant leap, a monumental achievement for all humankind, a testament to our collective potential. The future had arrived, a future forged in the fires of innovation and collaboration, a future where the sky is no longer the limit.